again, thank you so much for joining me today. I've got a booty lifting, sculpting, firming, toning, rounding, strengthening, whatever you want for that booty workout today for you. So we'll stay on our mat here. We'll come lying down to start for some good old-fashioned bridges. So rolling down with control, feet flat, knees bent, head, neck, and shoulders are resting down on the mat, and the palms are facing down on either side of you. So before we get started today, let's do a little pelvic tilting to warm up those hips and get acclimated to being on the mat. So my favorite to begin with is windshield wiper those legs back and forth. So this helps take tension out of that lower back. It gets the blood flowing and the synovial fluid flowing to those hip joints. We want to make sure they're nice and warm. It's also just a nice twist through the spine as well. And my back has cracked a couple times right here, so I always like this as a kind of way to warm up, yes, but also as a little break in between exercises. So we will revisit this. Go ahead and come back to center, and from here we're going to imagine there's a large bowl of water on our pelvis. Right now, as we're lying here with our natural or neutral curves through the spine, that bowl of water is level. Let's go ahead and tip our hips so the deep end of the water comes towards our ribs. So go ahead and tuck the tailbone, pull that belly button in, and tip that bowl of water so that deep end, like I said, is right above the belly button. So I'm imprinting or pressing my spine into the mat, and now I'm going to release it, and now bring that deep end of the water toward the legs and arch the back. Let's make that move. So tuck the tailbone, pull the belly button in, tilt that pelvis, and then tilt it the other way toward the feet. Just a few more of these. These ones feel so good, especially if you've been sitting all day or standing or driving. Feels good to warm up through the spine this way, through the pelvis and the hips as well. Couple more. I haven't been counting these. I want these to feel natural. I want them to feel intuitive. Good, and breathe. And always playing with your range of motion. How deep can you make this movement, or how shallow, while still feeling that connection, right? So this is something that I believe is always evolving as we move through our Pilates, yoga, bar, dance, strength, pattern, journey in life, right? We always need to focus on those hips and the pelvis. So now that we're feeling a little bit more warm, let's go ahead and plant those feet hip socket distance apart, feet flat, knees bent. Let's tuck the tailbone, pull that belly button in so we have a flat back, and we're gonna lift those hips straight up to the ceiling, squeeze those glutes, pull that belly button in, and lower it with control. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Let's do 10 here. 10, 9, 8, pull that belly button in, 6, 5, no weight on that head, neck, or shoulders. Put the tension into that lower body. Give me 2, and hold up at the top. Little pulses. 10, 9, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. For 6, 5, 4, 3, long neck, 2, 1, full range of motion. Down and up, down and up. Good. Press those hips to the ceiling. Press through the heels. Squeeze the glutes. Good, and stay with me for 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Ready? Pulses, pulse it out. 10, 9, up, up, lift, lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. But it's brief. Go ahead and bring those feet a little closer to the body. Balls and toe pads of the feet pressing down, heels up. These are our stiletto bridges. Go ahead and lift and lower. Lift and lower. So yes, now we're bringing in the calves. Working those calves, working those hamstrings a little deeper. Here's 4, 3, 2, and hold those hips. Go ahead and lift that right leg to tabletop. Give me a kick, bend it, tap it, set it down. Other side, lift, kick, bend, tap. Right, lift, kick, bend, and switch. Whew, yes, those hips have been lifted. Make each step, each move in this super clear, clean and clear. Good. It's hard. Good. Last two. And last one. And up. Hips lifted. Second set. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Belly button still pulled in. 2, and hold. Ready? Lift. Kick, in, switch. Lift, kick, bend, switch. 8. Good. Keep those hips lifted. Weight of the body is on the shoulder blades, never the head and neck. Last 5. Whew. 4. How's that booty feeling? Good. Try to keep those hips lifted and still. Mine were starting to shake a little bit there. Last one, and hips down. It's like a micro break. Go ahead, take those feet a little wider. Heels down, toes up, lift and lower. Yep, lift and lower. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Pulse that right knee out, pull it back in. Abduction, adduction. 10, 9, can't really see it, but I'm doing it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hips lifted, reset if you need to. Down and up. 10, 9, 8, 7. Inner thighs are on fire. Hips, hamstrings for 3, 2, hold, pulse that left knee out and pull it back in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift and squeeze, both at the same time. 10, 9, you knew that was coming. 8, 7, 6, 5. I have to reset, my heels are slipping. 3, 2, 1. Lower down with control. Bring those feet back. Hug that right knee in. Oh, that's that muscle. That's a stretch. And breathe. Good. I'm not even going to extend the leg. Ordinarily in this stretch, I would say extend the leg. If you want to, you may. But I'm coming into a figure 4 stretch right here. Good. Just above the ankle, just above the knee. We're never resting on any joints. Foot is flexed, knee is open. And relax. If you want to take this shape a little closer into the body, oh, be my guest. But I'm staying here. It's fiery. Good. And we'll switch sides here. Hug that left knee into the body. Definitely feeling this through my inner thighs, especially with those last ones. Good. If you want to extend that leg here, oh, you can. Otherwise, go ahead into that figure 4 stretch when you're ready. And breathe. If you'd like to pull that shape in, my muscles are starting to cool down now so it doesn't feel as bad. Hug that shape into the body a little bit more. Good. And then never turn down a hug stretch. Hug yourself right here. And go ahead and bring those feet down and drop those knees over toward one side because we are not done yet. My hair's a mess, but that doesn't matter. Let's keep going. So align your upper body with the edge of the mat, hand underneath the head, and top arm in front of the belly. Pike those legs to the front corner of your mat. If you need to bend that bottom knee for a little extra support, feel free and do so. So we worked pretty much everything right there. We worked the glutes, for sure, the gluteus maximus. We worked the hamstrings, definitely worked the quads, used the core to support all of that, and the inner and outer thighs as well, right? But let's just seal it in with some of my favorite side-lying Pilates exercises. Go ahead and lift that top leg, slight external rotation through that hip, point through the toe. We're gonna point front, flex back and squeeze. Point front, flex back. So as you're moving, try to keep that body stable and supported. Use the core. Point front, flex back. Point front, flex back. Good. Nice long leg. Never matters how far that leg goes, just as long as you're reaching through it. Come to the front and hold. Now we're going to point back, squeeze that glute, and flex front. Get a good stretch in the hamstring. Point back, flex front. Show me the bottom of your foot. That's what I say to students. Good. 7. And point back. 6. And back. Good. Make this feel accessible to you. Shorten that range of motion if you need to. That's always acceptable. Good. Last 2. Whew. And 1. And back. Beautiful. External rotation. No rest. Circles forward. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Change directions for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Point. External rotation. Bend through that bottom knee if you need to. We're going to lift up and flex and lower. Beautiful. Lift up, flex and lower. Lift up, flex and lower. Again, make this accessible for you. That quad right now is burning, but we keep going. Good, and breathe. Point and lift, flex and lower. Super smooth. Point and lift, flex and lower. Last one. You know what's coming. Flex and lift, point and lower. Flex and lift, point and lower. Pull that belly button in. Flex and lift, point and lower. Flex and lift, point and lower. Good. Last 2. Flex and point. Flex and point. Bicycles are next. Bicycles are a fun move. They do take a little bit of coordination, so I'll do the best I can to instruct you on these. Reach those toes forward. Bend the knee, heel to the glute. Shift that knee back and extend behind you. We restart. Bring it front, bend the knee, shift it back, and reach. Bring it front, bend the knee, shift it back, beautiful, and reach. Good. 2 more, and then we change directions. Last one. Bring it front, bend the knee, and extend. Now, bend the knee, shift it front, and reach. That's a big stretch on that hamstring, so make it accessible for you. Now that we know, we can shorten that range of motion, and it'll feel, all right. Good. Shorten that range of motion. Doesn't have to be a huge sweep. This is your last one, and rest. Thank you, hips. Here we go. On to the other side. Swing those legs around. Catch your breath. I always believe in refocusing, recentering yourself. It does wonders, especially when we're only doing 10 or so of every exercise. I want quality over quantity. Pull that belly button in. Bottom arm under the head, however feels best for you. Top arm in position. What did we start with? I can't even remember. Let's go. Point and flex back. Point and flex back. So if this leg's already feeling tired, it's because it was stabilizing that whole time while we were working that other leg. Good. And if you're me, this is your non-dominant side. I tend to always start on my right. I want to starting on my left, but I haven't gotten there yet. Last one, and back. Now, show me the bottom of your foot, and point back. Beautiful. Reach, and point. Good. Nice, stable hips. As soon as I did that, I lost my balance. Good. 5, and back. 4, and back. Don't forget that stretch and that squeeze. Stretch and squeeze. Last one, stretch and squeeze. Circles. Oops, I rested. That's okay. External rotation, point through the toes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Change directions. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Point, lift, and squeeze and lower. That hip is externally rotated, right? As if you were in a first position from ballet or bar. I have never done ballet. I've only done bar, so I can only speak for that. But it's a slight external rotation so that that hip, the femur bone, is moving in that hip socket properly. Good. Now, flex and lift, point and lower. Flex and lift, point and lower. Very good. 8. Work within your range of motion, right? This can be your range of motion. This can be your range of motion. As high up as you can be your range of motion. I am glad you're here, and remember, when you're moving, it's perfect. Good. Last one. Lift and lower. Bend that bottom leg. Bicycles. Reach front, bend, shift it back, extend. Reach front 4, bend, shift it back, reach. Good. 3, and back. 2, and back. Last one. Extend it back and hold. Ready? Change directions. Bend the knee. Bring it front. Extend. Reach back. Bend the knee. Remember, this is a big stretch. And that hip joint is tired. It's okay. Work within your range of motion. I'll say it every day. Good. And 1. And let those legs rest. Beautiful. Pat them out. Let's roll back onto our back. And windshield wiper through those legs, through those hips. Stay here as long as you can. Stay on your mat. Relax and breathe. Let those hips cool down a little bit. Good. So while you're here, I hope you had a great little class with me today. I hope those hips feel nice and warm. Mine certainly do. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And thank you so much. Bye.